So hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the second part of most expected GK and current affairs question. So in the last class we had discussed, that is yesterday we had discussed the first part where I had revised you the important current affairs of the last few weeks. Now, in today's class, we will discuss it from the second part. So let us begin with the class. The lights is switched off because in my city, the mock drill is happening. I hope you all are aware of that. So let us begin with today's class. If you have not watched yesterday's class, please go and watch that also. The first part we had done yesterday. And here is actually the second part that we are going to start. So let us begin. In yesterday's class, we had discussed from here till here. And now we are starting from here, from today's class. Okay. So कल हम लोगों ने लास्ट में डिस्कस किया था कि स्ट्राइड ट्रैक्स हैज डिक्लेयर्ड व्हिच एयरपोर्ट एज द 5-star एयरपोर्ट terminal in India, and we had discussed that it was Bangalore's Kempegowda International Airport. So C was the right answer to this question. And we had discussed that Skytrax is actually a UK-based company, which actually runs airline, airport, etc. and all. Ratings for that. So they do ratings for airlines, airports, etc. Now, let's move on to the next one, which has been declared as the world's best airport in the 13th time. 13वीं बार लगातार है ना by Skytrax. So which airport is being talked about? Japan's Tokyo Airport, Singapore's Changi, Indira Gandhi Airport, or China's Shanghai Airport? So इसमें थोड़ा सा spelling गलत हो गया. Okay, what is the right answer? So the right answer to this question is option B, Singapore's Changi Airport. So B is the right answer to this question. है ना? Singapore's Changi Airport, Skytrax. So where is India? This is Singapore. That is what you should be knowing about. Okay. Yes, B is the right answer. Yes, Divya, you were right. Divya, you were right. Huh? Let's move on to the next question. Let us begin with today's question. A 16-year-old study found olive ridley turtles has revealed the population in the Indian Ocean is among the oldest in the world, and that nesting. So basically, olive ridley turtles ye hai. These are very prominently found in which coast of India? Odisha, Andhra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. And यहाँ mass nesting होता है. And this is the place where actually the majority, most of the olive ridley turtles, you will find it here in India. So, and this is actually according to IUCN red list, it is vulnerable. You have to tell me which state के coast में आपको this you will find. What is the right answer to this question? The right answer is Odisha. Odisha में Ganjam coast है ना. So A is the right answer to this question. Rushokolia and Gahir Mata beach is out there. That is what you should be knowing. It is famous for mass nesting there. Olive ridley turtles ka. That happens actually in Odisha. That is what you should know. So this is the state of Odisha. And on the eastern coast somewhere here, Rushokolia. Rushokolia is a river also. Rushokolia river ke यहाँ पर end होती है, and here you will find this. This is very famous actually, है ना? Olive ridley turtles. Let's move on to the next one. Which of the following has become the first African country to sign country partnership framework with International Solar Alliance? Maldives, Seychelles, Mauritius, Fiji. What is the right answer? And please tell me, where is actually the headquarter of International Solar Alliance? What is the right answer to this question? So the right answer is actually option C, Mauritius is the right answer. And where is the headquarter of International Solar Alliance? ये बताइए. So where is India? This is Indian Ocean. यहाँ पे आपको Mauritius मिलेगा, which is actually part of Africa continent. And it has done a CPF country partnership agreement with International Solar Alliance. Yes, it is headquartered in Gurugram. Yes, Diya, you're right. Headquartered in Gurugram. That is what you should be knowing about. Okay. Yes. And why International Solar Alliance? It was formed in 2015 in France, Paris, headquartered in Gurugram, Haryana, and Director General is Mr. Ashish Khanna. इसे क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, ठीक है? That's why I'm highlighting. So the idea behind International Solar Alliance is those who are in tropical countries, tropical regions, they can tap solar energy more, है ना? Because you will find a lot of solar energy in this region, and hence this can be easily tapped. That is what you should be knowing about. The next is DRDO successfully conducted release trials for long-range glide bombs from Su-30 Mk1 fighter aircraft. What is that? Deshaj, Saurabh, Bharat, Gaurav. What is the right answer to this question? Kaise jawab? What is the right answer to this question? Long-range glide bomb. So the right answer is Gaurav. D is the right answer to this question. And आप देख सकते हो Gaurav bomb. And this is Gaurav bomb. ठीक है. DRDO successfully conducted release trial of long-range glide bombs Gaurav from Su-30 Mk1 fighter craft. Okay, so D is the right answer. Okay, let's move on to the next one. India's first automated bat monitoring detection system is BAT1, BAT-DET, BAT-ECOMON, BAT-ECO-IN. What is the right answer to this question? Please tell me. Anyone? देखो बैट को आई होप यू आर अवेयर दे कैन नॉट सी लाइक दे यूज साउंड सेट्स इफेक्ट है ना साउंड एंड रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ द इको एटसेट्रा आपने सुना होगा ना विद हेल्प ऑफ द रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ साउंड इको एटसेट्रा इट एक्चुअली मैन्यूवर्स इट्स पार्ट है ना जो चलता है वो साउंड की वजह से ना so the right answer is C bat ecomon is the right answer India's first automated bat monitoring system has been developed okay that is what you should know or it has been developed by Desh Pandey and Vedant Parche ठीक है ना it's called as BAT echolocation monitoring or in short form it is called as BAT ecomon okay that is what you should know the next is recently in dash the Indian duo so Jyothi Surekha Venam and Rishabh Yadav clinched gold medal and they belong to actually which sports archery badminton tennis boxing what is the right answer yes Piyush ask the question if you have any आपको कोई सवाल है पढ़ाई से रिलेटेड मतलब इससे रिलेटेड तो आप पूछ सकते हो so what is the right answer the right answer is actually archery तीरंदाजी जिसको कहते हैं A is the right answer है ना तीर चलाना this is called as archery है ना that is what you should know ठीक है the next is which US state is first to introduce bill against Hinduphobia your options are New Jersey Alabama Georgia California what is the right answer जिस जीमेल से रजिस्ट्रेशन किया था वो जीमेल परमानेंटली डिलीट हो गया तो कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी और तरीका पीयूष आपने कोई अपना फोन नंबर दिया था यस हो सकता है प्रॉब्लम हो तो आप जो है ना यस बिकॉज जीमेल का अगर आपने जीमेल दिया था और वो जीमेल अगर डिलीट हो गया ना तो आपको एक बार CUET से कांटेक्ट करना पड़ेगा ठीक है जो आपका आपने कोई ऑफिशियल नंबर भी दिया होगा एक ठीक है उस फोन नंबर से आपको यू हैव टू कांटेक्ट द नेशनल टेस्टिंग एजेंसी NTA एंड कन्वे दिस मैसेज कि देखिए मेरा जीमेल वाला डिलीट हो गया ओके एंड दे विल एक्चुअली टेल यू द सॉल्यूशन बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स सारी नोटिफिकेशन जीमेल में आती है सो दैट शुड नॉट जीमेल डिलीट नहीं होना चाहिए हिंदोफोबिया मींस फोबिया मतलब होता है लाइक हेट और समथिंग लाइक दैट सो in US there might be some incidents where the like people the in that country there might be some hate against Hindus that is why Hinduphobia bill was brought so the right answer is C Georgia is the right answer so Georgia because Georgia country bhi hai but here we are not talking about country it is a state also in USA okay that is what you should know so this bill was brought SB 375 ऐसे पूछ सकते हैं कि Senate bill 375 recently in news is related with what ठीक है, तो you can answer it. ठीक है, like this. तो यहाँ पर इंडिया है, देखो एक जॉर्जिया है यहाँ पर कंट्री, somewhere here you will find Georgia. This is a country also, but we are not talking about this country. We are talking about a state in USA. यहाँ पर US में एक state है, that is called as Georgia. ठीक है, so you have to be careful. The next is, which of the following state has first in India to come up to introduce permanent lok adalats? Lok adalat समझते हो ना? It is actually considered as ADR, alternate dispute resolution mechanism, है ना? Where actually मतलब out of court settlement type something, arbitration and all, है ना? That is what the idea is. तो first state जिसने permanent लोक अदालत है ना का ऑनलाइन सिस्टम भी शुरू कर दिया, because ऑनलाइन से फायदा होगा कि you don't need to go to the office, or maybe if you are living in some other district also, you can, let's say लोक अदालत is in some other city, or you are in some other village or a city, still you can, with the help of online application, you can file an application. ठीक है, so here the right answer is, what is the right answer, please tell me. The right answer is Kerala. A is the right answer to this question. ठीक है, launches online hearing facility, that is what you should know. ठीक है, A is the right answer to this question. Yes, dear, you are right. A is the right answer. Now the next is, India recently celebrated on 14th April birthday of Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. 131st, 132nd, 135th, 137th. What is the right answer to this question? Okay. What is the right answer? Yes, 135th C is the right answer to this question. Birthday of Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar, government to mark Ambedkar's 135th birthday at Parliament House on 14th April. That is what you should be knowing. Okay, I hope you are aware. Bhim Rao Ambedkar is called as principal architect of Indian Constitution, chief architect of Indian Constitution, and these are the words used for him. That is what you should know. The next is, which country voters re-elected President Daniel Lobo as the new president? Re-elected मतलब दोबारा elect कर देंगे. So which country? Ecuador, Chile, Hungary, Peru. What is the right answer to this question? What is the right answer? The right answer is option A. Ecuador is the right answer to this question. Ecuador President Daniel Lobo wins re-election. So here is India. This is South America. Here is Ecuador. The capital of Ecuador is Quito. Yes. Yes, Priyansh Gupta, Diya, you are right. A is the right answer to this question. The next is, recently Dash sealed a $20 billion deal. Actually 48-month extended fund facility deal with IMF. Basically, this is actually extended fund facility is the IMF deal, which actually it helps the countries suffering from balance of payment crisis, where the foreign exchange reserve is very less. जिसका forex reserve बहुत कम हो जाता है ना, जैसे डॉलर वगैरह उसके पास कम बचा तो इंपोर्ट नहीं कर पा रहा वो कंट्री. So which country which has actually got help? Brazil, Argentina, Hungary, Ukraine. Yes, Priyansh Gupta, you're right. B is the right answer. Argentina. Actually, क्या देखो, here is India. This is Argentina. The capital of Argentina is Buenos Aires. So basically, Argentina is actually suffering from a lot of issues and all, and that is why it has to take help from IMF in extended fund facility. That is what you should know. If you want to know more about what is IMF and World Bank, you can search this on YouTube, Bretton Woods Agreement, Career Launcher Law Entrance. On our Law Entrance channel, I have made a video where I have discussed about IMF, World Bank in detail. Okay, that is what you should be knowing about. The next is, recently India became Dash nation to have capabilities to shoot down fixed wing drone by laser beam? Second, third, fourth, sixth. What is the right answer to this question? The right answer is option C, fourth. Having capabilities to shoot down fixed wing drone by laser beam. Okay. Okay. So this is the technology. So earlier countries were US, China, and Russia. Okay. That is what you should be knowing. Let's move on to the next one. The 30th Conference of Parties, which is under UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, is going to happen where in this year, November? Belém, Brazil, Bonn, Germany, Lyon, France, Calgary, Canada. What is the right answer? The right answer is yes, it is visible on the map. Here is India, this is Brazil, and this is Belém, where the Conference of Parties 30 would be happening. So A is the right answer to this question. Now you want to know the history of UNFCCC, so you can watch this class. You just search this on YouTube, you will get this class. You want to know how the UNFCCC was formed, what is the genesis of that, etc. So you can watch there. Okay. Okay. The next is, which of the following state has become the first state into the country to operationalize the classification of scheduled caste after Supreme Court landmark judgment? So it means scheduled caste can now be sub-classified. So which has become the first state to do so? Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh. What is the right answer? The right answer is option A. Telangana is the right answer to this question. First state in the country to operationalize classification of scheduled caste. That is what you should be knowing about. And 14th April ki news hai. This is hardly 1 month back. Now, the next question is, recently the Dash assembly has become the first in India to run entirely on solar energy. What is the right answer? So Delhi Legislative Assembly, है ना? So इसमें क्या है कि they have actually installed solar, है ना, solar panel like this. This is just a representation image. So this type of solar panel will be put on in the premises or in the top building top, है ना? This will help save 2 crore rupees power bill. है ना? So this is actually, we are moving towards renewable energy. The idea behind this is this. Let's move on to the next one. In 2024, nearly 1/3 of the digital payment transactions were driven by which of the following? UPI in mobile wallet, debit cards and NEFT, credit card and EMI, or your option D, cash and check payment. What is the right answer to this question? The right answer is option C, credit cards and EMIs. Okay. So just have an idea about it. Let's move on to the next one. Who has been appointed as the Vice President of AIIB, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank? And please tell me, इससे पहले का आंसर सी था, प्रियांश गुप्ता, you were right, हाँ. Where it is headquartered? And which country has the largest share in this bank, multilateral bank? बताइए. So basically, Mr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey has been appointed as the Vice President of Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank. It is actually headquartered in Beijing, China. And the largest share is, of course, of China. The largest share is of China. Then the second largest share is of India in this bank. Okay, it's a multilateral international level bank. Okay. Former Finance Secretary appointed as Vice President. Okay. Headquartered Beijing, China. And people Jin Lequan is the president. That is what you should be knowing about. So China holds the largest share. The second largest share is of India. Okay. So China the largest share with 26.6%, India with 7.6%, the second largest share. Let's move on to the next one. Which of the following two organizations has collaborated to make manufacture Vande Bharat sleeper trains? So basically, the right वाली ये chair car होती है ना, Vande Bharat chair car. And this orange one is actually sleeper, लेट के जिसमें जाने का होता है. Okay. So कौन सी दोनों, like which two companies are actually manufacturing this? Please tell me. So the right answer is option C, ICF and BEML. ICF stands for Integral Coach Factory Chennai and BEML is Bharat Earth Movers Limited. So these are the two you should be knowing. C is the right answer to this question. Okay. Okay. Yes. Let's move on to the next one. Who among the following won presidential election in Gabon after staging a coup? Coup means military coup. Military coup means overthrow of the democratic or the existing government by military. So military coming to power is called as military coup in 2023. Alain Claude Bailey by Neze, like the names are very difficult. Ali Bongo Ondimba, Bryce Oligo Nigoma, Faustine Archange Todira. What is the right answer? Batao. Gabon is a country in which continent? Africa mein padta hai. Okay? I know many people are not aware about the countries in Africa, but you should know because sometimes these things do come. The right answer is option C, Bryce Oligo Nigoma. C is the right answer. Staged a coup in Gabon in 2023 and won presidential election with 90% vote. So here is India. This is the Africa continent. Okay? And this is Gabon. Okay? यहाँ को पता होना चाहिए equator यहाँ से गुजरता है. Equator also passes through it. Okay? That is what you should be knowing about. Let's move on to the next one. Which of the following international initiative has India pledged to support by aiming to restore 26 million hectares of degraded land? Ramsar Convention, Bonn Challenge, Kyoto Protocol, Convention of Biodiversity. So India has decided that India would be protecting 26 million of hectares of degraded land. मतलब क्या होता है? Degraded, like this is a land which is fertile, on which I can grow agriculture, etc. Now, if it becomes degraded, it means it is becoming infertile. Or the fertility goes down, so it becomes less. The chances are very less that agricultural productivity would be there. That's called as degraded because it is moving towards desertification. Degraded land means it is going towards desertification. To counter it, we have Bonn Challenge. Bonn is a place in Germany where countries came together and decided that we'll have to restore the degraded land. So basically, the challenge is that by 2020. The world has to save 150 million hectares of land, degraded land. And by 2030, 350 million of hectares of degraded land. And India has decided how much? 26 million. Okay, this is the world target. And this is India's target under this initiative. That is what you should be knowing. So Bonn is actually a place in Germany. Okay. So let's, I hope you are aware. Let's move on to the next one. Bahrain Grand Prix. Grand Prix लिखते हैं, pre car race होता है. Whenever you use this word, see Grand Prix, Formula 1, these are car race. So who won it? George Russell, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Lewis Hamilton. What is the right answer? The right answer is option C, Oscar Piastri. C is the right answer to this question. Yes, Priyansh Gupta, you're right. Oscar Piastri is the right answer to this question. Let's move on to the next one. Pune is set to host the 6th edition of Joint Exercise Das Talik. So you have to tell me that Gastelic is a joint exercise between which two countries? On में होगा, ठीक है? India and Afghanistan, India and Kazakhstan, India and Uzbekistan, India and Turkmenistan. What is the right answer? The right answer is option C. India and Uzbekistan is the right answer. ठीक है? On जो है पुणे में जगह है, ठीक है, महाराष्ट्र में. So that is what you should know. Yes, Priyansh Gupta, you are right. C is the right answer. है ना? So here is India. This is Uzbekistan. ठीक है, इंडिया और उज़्बेकिस्तान का जॉइंट एक्सरसाइज होता है यहाँ मुंबई के पास, पुणे में, यहाँ पे ऑन is actually a place in Pune. इनिशियल फर्स्ट 2 वीक्स का तो अप्रैल मंथ का देखना होगा. हाँ, यस प्रियांश गुप्ता. हाँ, और आई वुड से अप्रैल का, हाँ, इनिशियल 20-25 डेज का प्लीज रीड, है ना, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स दे कैन आस्क. आजकल क्या होता है, लास्ट मोमेंट में क्वेश्चंस बनते हैं और दे देते हैं क्वेश्चन. दैट हैपेंस. आई वुड सजेस्ट डू नॉट मिस. CJ Sanjeev Khanna is going to retire on, I think, 14th or 15th. He will retire. And we are having the new CJI, who is going to be the next Chief Justice of India. Next CJI कौन होंगे? Yes, Justice B.R. Gavai. He is going to be the 52nd Chief Justice of India. ठीक है? And he is going to be the second Dalit Chief Justice of India. Now, the question is, who is the first Dalit Chief Justice of India? This is the question. He is going to be the second Dalit CJI. So he is going to be the, who was the first in the past? First Dalit CJI. बता सकते हो? Anyone? The answer is Justice KG Balakrishnan. Yes, Priyansh Gupta. Very good. He is the right answer. Okay, great. Okay. The next is, which of the following country has recently announced to donate, or I don't know what donate लिखना सही है कि नहीं, to give 2 Shinkansen train sets, E5 and E3 to India. तो ये वाला जो, I think this is E5. ठीक है. साउथ कोरिया, जापान, चाइना, जर्मनी. देखो, शिंकासेन का मतलब ही होता है जापानीज में बुलेट ट्रेन. एंड बुलेट ट्रेन के लिए वी हैव डन अग्रीमेंट विद विच कंट्री? किससे वी आर इंपोर्टिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज? शिंकासेन इन जापानीज मींस बुलेट ट्रेन. लाइक दैट इज व्हाट दे मीन, है ना? सो E5 ट्रेन. सो बी इज द राइट आंसर. है ना? And first bullet train जो कहां से कहां चलेगी? Like India's plan to start the first bullet train will connect which 2 cities? Mumbai to Ahmedabad, है ना? I hope you are aware. So somewhere here is Ahmedabad, somewhere here is Mumbai, है ना? So this will नहीं, Ahmedabad होगा. And this is Mumbai. So it will connect Mumbai to Ahmedabad. Okay. The next one is, in a first of its kind, Indian Railway has decided to put ATM machine inside a train. Which train we are talking about? Champavat, Kamyani, Panchavati, Sevarth Express. Which express? The right answer is option C, Panchavati Express. है ना? This is actually connecting Manmad with CSMT. CSMT is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminal. This is a station of Mumbai. है ना? So the right answer is C. Yes, Priyansh Gupta, you are right. C is the right answer. Let's move on to the next one. Which of the following text was recently inscribed in UNESCO's Memory of the World Register? Very, 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 very important for its spiritual and philosophical significance. Earth Shastra, Ramayan, Bhagavad Gita, Manusmriti. What is the right answer? The right answer is option C, Bhagavad Gita. And there is one more actually, Bhagavad Gita, Natya Shastra. So these two are the books. Okay. So you should remember it. UNESCO जहां आ गया बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया. UNESCO is very, very important in all the exam. if there is something related with current affairs, talking about UNESCO, it becomes very important. Headquarters in Paris, France. एकदम very 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 important में आ गया. ठीक है. ठीक है. Natya Shastra is written by Bharat Muni. Bhagavad Gita by Ved Vyas. And I hope you are aware. The next one is European Union Naval Force, which operates in Western Indian Ocean to fight actually. It is actually to counter Somalian piracy and all. It has proposed a joint exercise with Indian Navy. What is the name of that operation? UNAFOR को actually एक और ऑपरेशन से जानते हैं. Operation Atlanta. So B is the right answer. ठीक है. Operation Atlanta. Okay. Basically, I hope you are aware that here is India. This is Somalia. तो यहाँ पर Somalian pirates बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं. I'm sure you must have heard it. So to counter it, this is a joint naval exercise between European Union Navy and European Union Navy and Indian Navy. So if you want to know about European Union, there is a class. You search this on YouTube, you will get this. You can watch about this on our channel. This is a separate channel, Law Interest channel, where you can watch it. Let's move on to the next one. Which of the following countries remained India's largest trading partner for the 4th consecutive year in the fiscal year 2024-2025? I hope you understand this term, fiscal year. It starts from 1st April 2024, 2024-25 period, and it ends on 31st March 2025. So the largest trading partner was US, then China, and then UAE. Okay. So the right answer is C. Okay. Yes. Hi, European Union headquarters Brussels. Yes, Priyansh. Right. Yes, Priyansh Gupta, you're right. C is the right answer. And US remains India's largest trading partner for the 4th consecutive year. So that is what you should be knowing. And second is China, third is UAE. यहाँ भी लिखा होगा. The next one is recently the Breakthrough Prize 2025 was given to some Indian origin people. Which of them is not actually? Not among the faculty members who have got this. So this is an award which is given in the field of physics, etc. Okay. So I hope you are aware. Breakthrough Prize was started in 2013 by Mark Zuckerberg and all. So the right answer is D is the right answer. Inko nahi mila hai, and the rest people have got, you can see. So these are the names: Professor Supriya Das, Siddharth Kumar Prasad, Dr. Saikat Biswas, Dr. Sanchari Thakur, and Mintu Haldar. So these are the personalities. है ना? इसको Oscar of Science भी कहते हैं Breakthrough Prize को. That is what you should know. And it is given from California, US. है ना? That is what you should know. The next is Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Hyderabad, has actually, with the help of Simply Forge Creation, has come up with 3D printed bunker. Bunker is what where actually you have to hide when you are fighting war, etc. For military use, Tawang, Leh, Dras, Kargil, there it has been made. 3D printing जो है इसको additive manufacturing भी कहते हैं, मतलब एक technology होता है, ठीक है? We are not going in that detail because otherwise it will become a very long class. Where will you find? This is Ladakh. The right answer here is actually Leh. The capital of Ladakh is Leh. So this has been set up. Now B is the right answer to this question. Okay, and IIT Hyderabad, Indian Army and all. The next is who has been reappointed as the chair of ICC Men's Cricket Committee for 2025. Rahul Dravid, Jay Shah, VVS Lakshman, Saurabh Ganguly. What is the right answer? The right answer is option D, Saurabh Ganguly. Just remember it. D is the right answer to this question. Okay. Now the next one is S&P. There were Standards and Poor's. हाँ इससे पहले का आंसर D था. Yes, Priyansh Gupta, you were right. साफ से लिख देता हूँ. Standards and Poor's. ये रेटिंग एजेंसी एक तरह से क्रेडिट रेटिंग एजेंसी वगैरह है. अब यूएस की है ना. They give actually ratings and banks का बहुत सारे इंडेक्स निकालते हैं. They actually claim कि which bank is most powerful, etc. Different reports से लोग निकालते हैं. So top 100 world bank में, world के banks में, top 100 largest banks of the world, 2 are actually from India. Which are those 2? देखो आप ना कॉमन सेंस से भी इसका आंसर कर सकते हो। देखो अप्लाई द लॉजिक, एसबीआई विल बी देयर, एसबीआई तो होगा ही, है ना भाई। तो द राइट आंसर इज बी, एसबीआई एचडीएफसी है। एक ही में ऑप्शन है एसबीआई, सो यू शुड हैव अप्लाइड द लॉजिक, सो बी इज द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन। ठीक है, so that is how you can answer it. So sometimes common sense also plays an important role, है ना। हाँ, तो स्टैंडर्ड पुअर्स के बारे में आप चाहो तो आप पढ़ सकते हो, है ना। So that is what you should be knowing it. So okay, let's move on to the next one. Which Indian stock exchange has recently celebrated its 150th anniversary? This is the oldest stock exchange in Asia. Stock exchange in Asia. ये भी किसी एग्जाम में भी रिसेंटली क्वेश्चन भी आया था। This was asked in some exam. That's what I'm saying. What is the right answer? 1875 में this was formed. तभी तो yes, बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज। इसका इंडेक्स क्या होता है? तो नेशनल स्टॉक एक्सचेंज तो नया है 1992 का। गिफ्ट सिटी तो स्टॉक एक्सचेंज थोड़ी है, बुलियन एक्सचेंज करेगा ना, ये भी स्टॉक एक्सचेंज है ना। मतलब द राइट आंसर इज बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज 1875, है ना। सो बेसिकली यू हैव टू टेल मी, है ना, दैट व्हाट इज इट्स इंडेक्स? सेंसेक्स आपने नाम सुना होगा, और इसका है निफ्टी 50, है ना। आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड। सो राइट आंसर इज बी। यस प्रियांशु, करेक्ट है ना। ओल्डेस्ट स्टॉक एक्सचेंज इन एशिया 1875। ठीक है, that is what you should be knowing about. 6th largest stock exchange in the world. Which of the following is true regarding international big cat alliance? Big cat किसको कहते हैं? उसमें से एक है जैसे टाइगर हो गया, लेपर्ड हो गया, these are all called as big cats. I think sir, leopard, tiger, cheetah, then puma, jaguar. ठीक है, so basically it is an initiative of India to protect these alliance, है ना, to protect these big cats, and it has come into force after ratification of 5 countries including India. So C is the right answer. And of course India में headquarter है न्यू दिल्ली में, ठीक है। And it was launched, देखो Project Tiger was launched in April 1973, so 50 years complete हुआ था 2023 में। So we launched this international big cat alliance where we will not only be protecting tiger, but now we'll protect tiger, lion, snow leopard, jaguar, puma, cheetah। ठीक है, अच्छा प्यूमा लोग तो समझते हैं कि जूते का ब्रांड है, स्पोर्ट्स का ब्रांड है, जैगुआर कार का ब्रांड है, बट द रियलिटी इज दीज आर एनिमल्स। ठीक है, जैगुआर जो कार की ब्रांड है ना, उसका आप लोगो देखना, सी द लोगो ऑफ दैट, एंड प्यूमा और द सी द लोगो ऑफ द प्यूमा, यू विल रियलाइज कि वो एक एनिमल है। ठीक है, एंड इट इज नाउ मेड अ ब्रांड, सो दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड नो। ठीक है, ओके, है ना। इंटरनेशनल बिग कैट अलायंस, दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड नो। 27 कंट्रीज मेंबर बन गई है, बट जो रैटिफिकेशन 5 ही का है टोटल, these 5 countries have ratified it। ठीक है, और सिग्नेटरीज कितने भी हो, बट रैटिफिकेशन मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट था। फर्स्ट स्टेप इज सिग्नेट साइनिंग, द नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज रैटिफाइंग इट, है ना। दैट इज व्हाट यू शुड नो, है ना। सो 5 countries have ratified it, and that is why it has come into force. Which of the following state has first state to achieve total digital literacy? Digital literacy मतलब literacy with regards to digital technology, like digital literacy means if a person is able to manage his, let's say, phones etc, जैसे स्मार्टफोन चला सकता है, he can use smartphones और tablets etc, तो digital literacy में आ गया। अगर किसी को मोबाइल फोन चलाने आता है, वाईफाई etc कनेक्ट करने, नेट चलाने, है ना, टच स्क्रीन फोन, तो वो डिजिटल लिटरेसी का एग्जांपल हो गया। एंड द फर्स्ट स्टेट ऑफ कोर्स, वो लिटरेसी वगैरह में ऐसे भी केरला हाई होता है, तो यू कैन इवन, तो इसलिए बताते हैं नॉट ऑलवेज बट यस a lot of times the common sense works in the exam। ठीक है, आप सोचो लिटरेसी वगैरह में जनरली केरला आगे होता है, तो जाहिर सी बात है डिजिटल लिटरेसी में वही आगे जाएगा, बिकॉज डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी इज लिंक्ड विद लिटरेसी। अगर किसी को पढ़ाई लिखा नहीं है, तो उसको बहुत कम चांस है कि स्मार्टफोन चलाने आ जाए। थिंक इन दिस वे, तो उसमें लिखा होता है ऐप है, तो आप पढ़ोगे, तो व्हेन यू रीड इट देन ओनली यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, है ना। दैट इज व्हाई इट इज लिंक्ड टू दैट, है ना। एटलीस्ट बेसिक लेवल ऑफ लिटरेसी तो आनी चाहिए, है ना। At least basically थोड़ा बहुत इंग्लिश पढ़ना आना चाहिए, then only of course a person will be able to use the smartphone and all, and that is the idea. So with the help of common sense, sit in the examination hall, you can answer it even if you do not know। ठीक है, that is how the thing works। ठीक है, so why I keep on telling you these things, because ये सब helpful होता है एग्जाम हॉल में in getting extra marks। तो 2-3 extra marks अगर common sense से आ जाए, so what's wrong with that, है ना। So this is all about today's class। Thank you everyone। Please press the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel.